All right, what is up, my awesome JCC students? Professor G here. I will be your professor throughout this semester. This welcome video is for Business 139, Entrepreneurship 1, and Business 151, sections I01 and I02 combined. We combined, y'all, to be more effective. People skills. So I do one welcome video for both courses. Reason being is because some of y'all are in both of my courses online and y'all don't want to sit through two completely separate videos. So I'm all about working smart, being effective, things of that nature. So I also will I'll give you a course walkthrough, and I'm going to go through Business 139. But again, not because I like one more than the other. It's just I am very consistent with my courses. So for those of you who are new to me, hopefully, whoa, cell phone, sorry, y'all. Hopefully, you will find the consistency. It's like going to McDonald's, right? No matter which McDonald's you go into, you always know the lay of the land because it's all set up the same. I try to do the same thing with my courses and my syllabi. So I set my online courses up in this with the same structure and the same thing with my syllabi. So again, even though I will be walking you guys through Business 139 I01, those of you in Business 151 I01 and I02, because again, we did merge, it's going to be the same structure, just like McDonald's, whether I walk you into a McDonald's here in North Carolina or I walk you into a McDonald's in Connecticut or Illinois, I walk you through one and it's the same for all. Now, fun fact, students, you should, in my business, still working on the coffee. Everybody say big cup. I like the big cup for the morning coffee. I like to shoot these right first thing in the morning, so it's freshly baked and delivered to you for your viewing pleasure. Anyway, where was I going? Oh, yes. For those of you in Business 151 I02, when you logged in, you should have seen I deactivated all the links, so you have no choice but to see the course announcement, which directs you to move. We moved your house, y'all, Business 151 I02. You are working out of Business 151 I01. So let's review. Business 139-I01, there's just one section. You guys are good to go. Business 151 I01 and I02, you guys have merged and you're working out of Business I01. That being said, let's get started here, y'all. So the first thing I want to walk through is the syllabus. Oh Lord Jesus, I should put my glasses on. So let me just do this right quick. One page, 100%. Okay, so you guys should be able to see this on your screen. Again, just because it says 139, I do my syllabi to be very, very consistent, right? So obviously, depending on what course, you're going to download your syllabus from your Blackboard shell. It's going to be 139 for those of you in Entrepreneurship 1, 151. Sections 1 and 2 have the same syllabus for Business 151. If you're in both my courses, you'll download one for each. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to sort of highlight the highlights. Course information, here it is. These are my my faculty information. Okay, now I did something a little new and different, a little crispy different this semester. I got me a Google Text and Voice. So because JCC does not like us giving out our cell phone numbers. So that being said, I got a Google Text and a Google Voice. It works out pretty well. So especially now with this whole Corona crap, excuse my language, it's ridiculousness. But we got this, y'all. We got the victory over this Corona clowningness. Don't let it scare you. It's under your feet. Stomp your feet and say, Corona, you're under my feet. You can't touch me. Anywho, if you want to contact me, email is always the best way. Absolutely best way. Turn to yourself and say, self, emailing Professor G is always the best way. That being said, feel free to text me or to call me. The Google text and voice does go to my cell phone, so you're able to communicate with me that way as well. Now, let me know who you are. If I don't recognize the number, guess what? I'm not responding, okay? Because, I get a lot of crazy calls. So anyway, so if you call me or if you text me, hey, Professor G, this is so-and-so. I am in your Business 151, Business 139 course. Boom, now I know you. Now you have VIP access and status with me, okay? The other thing that I also put up here this semester is Zoom Room. I like saying that, Zoom Room. So that's my Zoom Room information. If you need to do a virtual office hours and we need to jump on a Zoom room, there you go. Speaking of office hours, I will be on campus Tuesdays and Thursdays because that's when I teach all my CETA courses. I stack them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do have office hours from 11 to 12:30 p.m. So you can either stop in if you're on campus, or during that time, we can set up a virtual meeting via Zoom. The other thing I'm going to show you is, it's not on the syllabus, but I put it in my instructor contact. I have my LinkedIn, and I also started a podcast. The podcast is called One Word Breakthrough. And so what I say is, come with me to the OWB to break through. And they're kind of nice nuggets of 20 minutes worth of knowledge in various areas. So it's something that I just recently started. A lot of good practical sort of strategies to help you be greater and do greater. That is our theme for this semester. Every semester, I have a new theme for our students. Last semester, it was be more, do more. The semester before that, it was be better, do better. This semester is be greater, do greater. Okay, so that's our theme. So we got the OWB podcast, and I'll show you the link in a minute. Course description, read that. Learning outcomes, read that. Textbook, read that. You should be able to connect with your e-textbook. The easiest way to connect with your e-textbook, coffee time, is to actually just click on your first assignment when you're ready to go. I mean, you could also click on it and it'll walk you through the registration process. If you have any problems with your e-textbook connection, please call Joel. Those are the people that can help you. I cannot help you. Not because I don't want to, but it is a technical issue if you're not able to do it. Maybe something's, maybe they don't have your information right, or blah, 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 or, it could be a million things. But the point is, when I peer it, I literally connect. I say course, textbook, meet each other, connect. Now you are connected. So a couple ways to do it. You can click on the e-textbook. It will ask you and walk you through registration information to connect. The other easiest way is when you're ready to do your first assignment, weekly prep number 1, it should automatically connect you. But again, if you have any issues, questions, comments, concerns regarding connectivity issues with your e-textbook, Joel is the place for you to be. What else? Course overview. Here, evaluation methods, right? Also, I will upload the course assignment worksheet schedule. The reason why I don't do it on day 1 is because some folks get easily overwhelmed with online courses. So I try to kind of slow step you in, so you're not like, boom. And some folks, I'm like this too. If it all comes at me at once, it's like, it feels like it's, I tend to shut down. So I have to do a lot of just like making sure that I don't get overwhelmed with a lot of information coming at me at once. So this being said, there's a couple strategies that I implemented. For those of you who like to dive right in, I've got that set up for you. For those of you who like to slow step it, I've got that set up for you. That being said, either way, I will have a course outline for you by the end of this week, but you have plenty to get you started. Assignment categories. So basically, I don't like to have a few different assignments that could make or break a student. I like to have a variety, right? Say variety. So your assignment categories, you have a weekly discussion post, weekly preps, articles, case studies, and research paper and presentation. I will roll out the research paper and presentation during week 3, but each category is 20%, 60, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 to equal 100%, okay? I do drop the lowest grade in each of the first 4 categories. So I drop the lowest weekly discussion post grade, the lowest weekly prep, the lowest article grade and the lowest case study. I do not drop anything with your research paper and presentation. I say this to say, because your assignments are due when they're due. No exceptions, no deadlines. They are due when they are due in the required Dropbox. I do not accept emailed assignments. Turn to yourself and say, self, Professor G does not accept emailed assignments, so please do not email me with an assignment because I will delete it. Am I trying to be difficult? Absolutely not. But I need to be able to create an effective teaching and learning environment for all students, which includes fairness, okay? Fairness. Turn to yourself and say fairness. I'm a big believer in systems, processes, routines, procedures to keep it fair and clean for everyone. The bottom line is your assignments are due when they're due in the required Dropbox, which is why I automatically drop the lowest assignment grade in each of the top 4 assignment categories, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I understand that life does sometimes get in the way. Now, if you find life getting in the way a lot, then you have to sort of reevaluate life and time management. I'm just like a guru of time management, not being braggadocious, just a fact. So if you need help with some time management, schedule some time, I'll be happy to do it. That being said, know that you have 4 lifelines. You don't have to call me, email me, none of that stuff. I already built it into the algorithm, into the grade book. It'll constantly look for the lowest grade, and that lowest grade will be dropped. So that being said, all Blackboard assignments must be submitted in the required format, in the required Dropbox by the assignment due date in order to be considered. No exceptions, no late or emailed assignments, no makeup assignments, none of that, y'all. Again, it's because we got to keep this train moving. We got to keep this train chugging along on the track so you guys can learn amazing things and have a great course experience. Again, and to keep things flowing and to keep things consistent. Again, that's why I built in those lifelines. Here's the grading strategy. Read all this, please. This is part of your assignment for your week 1, is to really go through and read your syllabus. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Attendance policy. We do have an attendance policy. Now, I'm going to explain something about your attendance policy. So, the way I determine whether you are here or not is through your weekly preps, okay? That being said, let me take a step back. In order for you to be checked into the class, you have to complete your attendance verification quiz by August 20th. You have to do that. This is our way of verifying that you're actually showed up for the class. And in our seated classes, it's different, right? Because I can visually see students walking to my class. Who are you? Who are you signing? Okay, you're here, right? Your butt is in the seat with your mask on if you're a seated student. So I can verify that you are here. Online, in order to verify your virtual butt in the virtual seat, this is the way we do it, is through the attendance verification quiz, which must be completed by August 20th. No exceptions, otherwise you will be dropped from your course. So get her done. I hate the fact that they call it a quiz because it's not really a quiz. Look, just do it, please. I mean, do the best you can, but you're not graded on it. So whether you get all right or all wrong, it just counts as, okay, you've actually checked into the course. That said, moving forward, I have all of your weekly preps already available for you. Those are weekly assignments. I'm going to roll out all of your discussion posts. I've got 3 of your case studies. Because those of you who like to work ahead, have at it, yo. Work ahead. Look, I'm easy peasy, flexible. I'm all about options. For those of you who like to work just week by week, I've got weekly experience folders set up for you, and I'll cover that in a minute. For those of you who like to work ahead, have it. It's all out there open. Here's what I say to you. The way I determine your weekly attendance for the week is by your weekly prep. So I go by the weekly prep. If it's done, if week 1 weekly prep, you completed it, you are counted as here. If you didn't complete it, you're counted as absent for the week. Now you're probably saying, Professor G, oh, by the way, you can call me Professor G, you can call me G, you can call me Gargano. Those are your options. But some of you are saying, Professor G, you just said we can work ahead. So what if I decide to do all my weekly preps, or 10 of them, within the first month of class? No problem, because again, All I look at is that date. So when I go to week one attendance, I look at week one, weekly prep for week one, chapter one, boom, it's done. So if you do 1 through 10 within the first month, guess what? Week two, it's done. Week three, it's done. Week four, I'm going week by week. You see what I'm saying? So your weekly preps is my way of either marking you present or absent for that week. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. What else going to say? Yeah, so that's your attendance. And please look at the attendance policy here. You guys are only allowed to miss 4 classes throughout the semester. So please keep track of your attendance. I added a civility clause this year because civility is just getting out of control, incivility. I expect everybody to be civil at all times, even in the online when you're posting to other discussion posts. Look, y'all, we could agree to disagree, and I'm not going to go into it because I took the time. I spent a couple hours on a civility clause, which is in your Blackboard course. You need to download that. Look, nothing wrong with having a different opinion, right? We all have different opinions, different beliefs, different, we come from different religions, different walks of life, different lifestyles, different choices, different values. None of it is wrong. Just because I may be different than you or have a different view on something that you do does not make mine wrong, does not make you wrong. It doesn't make me a racist or a bigot. It doesn't make you a racist or a bigot. I'm so tired of this crap where you disagree with someone automatically, you're a racist or you're a bigot. Because what it really does is it delegitimizes the legitimate cases of racism and bigotry. And believe me, sadly, unfortunately, racism and bigotry is still alive and well in this country today, which is a sad reality that I hope we can actually get behind and work on. But that being said, not everything is always about racism or bigotry. And a lot of people use that as an excuse to shut somebody down because they don't like what they have to say. And wrong answer. We could agree to disagree, just do it civilly. Just treat everybody with civility and respect. Again, read my civility clause. It's very important when you're posting. I'm trying to keep this to like under 30 minutes because I know I can talk long. Read the syllabus. Any concerns, come and see me. Look, I'm an easygoing dude, y'all. If you have a concern, come to me. Let's talk it out. Let's work it through. Follow the chain of command. We were required to put a COVID statement in here as well. So read that. Also, if you are emailing me, you must email me from your JCC email address. If you email me from outside of your JCC address, I am not going to email you back. Again, am I trying to be difficult? Am I trying to be rude? No, not at all. But we have this law called FERPA. It's the Federal Education something Privacy Act. Basically, it protects you and it protects me. I cannot give out information about you in the class. In fact, I can't even give out information whether you're in the class or not. Okay, so, if you've got a creeper in your life, and hopefully you don't, anybody could impersonate and create an email that's from you and say, hey, Professor G, I was just wondering, what about this assignment? And then I respond to you, and then I unwittingly gave creeper guy or gal information that, hey, they're actually in this online class or whatever. So that's the reason. For your safety, for your privacy, for your protection, as well as mine, you must email me from your JCC email, no excepciones. All right, so now that I cover the syllabus, I want to go through the course walkthrough. So, OMG, y'all, this is fun. Okay, so again, if you're in Business 139, then you're seeing this. If you are in Business 151, either Section IO1 or IO2, then you're seeing this. 2020, because we're in fall. So, where you want to start, syllables, syllabus, and general policies. You see here, you'll download your syllabus. This is the civility statement, the civility clause rather, that I came up with. Again, I spent a lot of time on it. I'm quite proud of it. I had some other people look at it. I think it's fair. I think it's balanced. And I think it gives us some good food for how we can show care to one another. So make sure you download it and you read it. Make sure you go through, you read your general policies, very important. Here I am. That's my contact information, method of contact. Also, like I said, I added a one-word breakthrough. So that's another It's a new pod. Like I said, I just started this podcast probably a couple months ago, but I've got little, like I said, I keep them under 20 minutes. Scary fun fact. Do you know that the average adult attention span nowadays is 20 minutes? That's horrifying to me. So I try to keep these episodes, like I said, under 20 minutes. Like the latest one was strive to be productive over busy, developing consistency, enlarging your territory, a lot of episodes. So you have that option as well, something I added. Also, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, if you will. Course information. Again, this is redundant with my instructor. This is also redundant with syllables and general policies. I try to build in some redundancy so you sort of have different windows or access points to the same information. I also, what I do is I love the calendar. I actually add the calendar. There's a little calendar widget that you could add. This is going to help you keep track of what's due. So not everything is here. Like I said, I gave you guys a head start. So you can see here what you have due. Your first set of assignments are due on the 20th. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. Sorry, I had make a little deliciousness noise. I always make everything due on that Thursday. I know with online, a lot of you guys have stuff due on Sunday. I try to give you guys a lot of extra time actually. So all of your assignments are always due on Thursday. So for those of you that are like, oh my God, I need to do it on Sunday. Well, guess what? You can still do it on Sunday. For those of you who need a little extra time, you have a little extra time. All of your assignments are due on Thursdays. So, and I always give a good week and a half to 2 weeks ahead of time. And again, with certain things like your weekly preps, you already have them all available to you for the whole semester. Your case studies, you've already got your first 3 available. So now your discussion posts, I'll roll them out batches at a time. But for example, your first set of assignments are due by the 20th. Introduce yourself discussion post. Please make sure you read your discussion post. I mean, the instructions. You've got your first weekly prep due. And you need to get that attendance verification quiz done, right? Very, very important. So that's your calendar. E-text. Again, here's your link to your McGraw-Hill. So you want to click on that. And then what it'll do is, come on, yo. Mine's going to look different than yours because I'm already obviously have access to it. But when you get here, again, it'll have you register. You want to use your JCC email address. Again, it'll walk you through some simple registration information. If you get stuck, again, you just want to contact Jolt. The other quickest way to do that is to click on your first assignment to be able to do that. All right, let's go back. So what else I want to talk to you about? Announcements, you'll have, this is where I post announcements, weekly announcements, etc. You're not seeing anything yet because I'm still recording this video, so the first announcements will be available shortly. Now, here's the good stuff. For those of you, like I said, 2 types of people. One that just give me everything now and let me just go ahead and dig in. There you go, boom. So the way it's set up for you guys is by categories, based on your assignment type. So discussion board, again, just you only have I only did your first one for now. Very important. I'm trying to go quick because I'm trying to stay under 30 minutes. But in order for you to get credit for your discussion post, you have to read this, very important. You must place a minimum of 3 posts for each weekly discussion post. 3, 1 initial and 2 responses. If I don't see at least 3 posts, it's not considered grade worthy, so you will get a 0. So don't say, Professor G, why did I get a 0 on my post? Because I'm going to say, did you do 3 posts, 1 initial and 2 responses? And the responses have to be noteworthy responses, not just like, yeah, that's great, or yeah, I agree. That's not helpful. when you respond to somebody, you're like, great post. How does that help them? What does that really mean? I want you to be specific. Again, always encouraging, but you could also be constructively in a positive way. Hey, I really loved your point about blah, 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 because blah, blah, blah. Or have you further considered blah, blah, blah to reinforce this is great, that type of thing. You can say, I agree, but if you say, I agree, then I agree because blah, 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 blah. Or just to add to what you already wrote, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So you need a total of 3. An initial post and 2 meaningful responses to 2 of your classmates in order for it to even make it on my radar screen to be grade worthy, okay? So that being said, weekly preps, like I said, you already have all your preps. I already created them and loaded them. And then you have articles, I will get those to you. Case studies, I've already populated your first 3 for both courses. Research paper presentation, I will roll out for week 3. Now, for those of you who get overwhelmed, just click on your weekly experience folders, because each week I will give you a different viewpoint of all the other stuff, but in a weekly folder. So for those of you who get overwhelmed easy, just go to each week. So week 1, boom. Getting started, okay. Syllabus and general policies we talked about, getting started. Here's the enrollment verification quiz. Again, make sure you do this. It's not graded. No later than August 20th, like do it today. And then you've got, what else is due for the week, okay? So you've got your discussion board, and then you've got your weekly preps, and you could start with the first one. You could see when they're due. But again, if you want to work ahead, you can work ahead. Let me say this about the discussion post. Discussion post I set for a post first. You must post first before you can see everybody else's, all right? Because I want you to really develop the strategies to think for yourself without relying on others. So once you do your initial amazing original post and you post it, boom, you have access to other people's posts. Now, one other thing. Because you're required to post to 2 responses, please be considerate of others. Post as early as you can. Don't wait until the last day the post is due, because then other people, you're minimizing the opportunity for everybody to be able to do 2 responses. So please post as soon as possible, like within the first few days, to give others that opportunity to complete their posts and their assignments. On that note, y'all, we are at 27 minutes. I think I covered everything. Yes, I did. We are on 27 minutes. Like I said, I like to keep them under 30 minutes. So on that note, y'all, again, I'm excited to be your instructor throughout these coming weeks. You know, in addition to being a college professor, I'm also a business owner. So I'm a life coach. So utilize me. Look, I'm here for y'all. I'm a personal and professional life coach. I'm a business owner. I'm a business consultant. So I like to bring the real world business experience into my classroom and create a living classroom environment, okay? Again, stick with the theme, be greater, do greater. I'm excited to get to know you guys. I'm excited to work with you guys. Peace out, y'all. Uh-oh, I gotta figure out where I am. All right, here we are. Woo! All right, y'all. Peace out again.